right. Okay. Should we do this?
Let's do it.
Are we ready?
All right. All right.
You're like reaching up for a high five.
It's a handshake.
It is. All right, so welcome everybody. I wanted to take a few minutes and just introduce you to my mom. You're going to see her practicing with me in a bunch of videos. And this is an opportunity for me to put a microphone on her and for her to just say a few words about her practice and how we got started and what chair yoga has really meant to her life and how she's kind of weaves it into her lifestyle. And we got started, I don't know, about 5 or 6 years ago. And it's been an awesome journey. It's been a lot of fun. So I wanted you a chance to tell your story.
Thank you.
Tell everybody, why do you do chair yoga? What's the big deal? What is this chair yoga stuff?
Well, I'm doing chair yoga because my daughter asked me.
Well,
I hated to say no.
full disclosure.
So, no, I've always wondered about it too. And as an exercise, I thought it would be very good for me, particularly as you get older and when you get real old, like me. So, I started with Allison, and the first 2, 3 weeks, I listened and followed and did all the things that she tells you to do. However, I didn't take it really deeply. When she says, "Close your eyes," now how does that feel? And I would close my eyes and I would wonder about different things, but I didn't know how to really search to see a feel. And within time, I really knew what she meant by body, mind, and spirit. And so it became very, very special to me. I'm not a speaker, so I do have notes. And I realized
This is all new to me. You guys are hearing this for the first time. I'm hearing it for the first time.
so,
Carry on.
so yoga is not just an exercise, it's a body, mind, and spirit. And with your body, every day we get up from bed, sleeping, and we take time to eat, take time to dress for ourselves and for the public. And we do all of these rituals to make ourselves feel good. And the mind determined to keep it up, Vivian, do it a good job. And then your spirit, the whole body responds. It feels it, and it's alive. And if you think your whole body responds, how does it respond? Well, when you think about my 92 years, 24/7, 92 years, breathing, the lungs, the blood, all your glands, never a vacation, never a break, nothing except work, loving their work. They have to love it. So each part of me is doing the rhythm that the yoga is giving him. It's the rhythm, but it's also rhythm with each other. And if we as a person, as a nation, could understand the works of the body, we would really be in good shape. I got really interested in this because sometimes I mentioned one person, I said, "Have you ever seen your heart?" And she said, "Oh, no." So I got to thinking, all my body is alive and giving me life, giving me love, but it is getting nothing in return because most people say, "Ooh, I don't like the looks of that." So I went to my computer and I started looking up all my organs. What does a heart look like? What does a lung look like? How does a body flow? What is that system that goes through? All the things, all the rhythms that my body goes through. And through that, I became in love with my body, appreciated my body. So with yoga, I've understood, I'm very proud of my daughter She's been practicing it for what, 20 years?
Mm.
And she's been teaching it for like 5 or 6 years. So she stayed with it because she believed in it. And her body is so happy. Her body is in seventh heaven. So in realizing this, um, I've become more aware of not only the workings of my body, but meditation. Some of the wonderful words she uses. I love it when she shows us an exercise, and after we finish it, then we sit there and close our eyes and imagine it. She gives us a little silence, and then she says this word that is so wonderful. Each time she says beautiful.
Oh.
Now, how do you think your inner body feels when they hear that?
Oh.
I mean, they they're just jumping for joy. So anyway, and then the other words that we use: awareness, compassion. She can name a few more. So it is probably the ultimate, the most precious, the most mysterious life we are not, we don't have it, we are. So it's kind of like you plant a flower, and it takes care we take care of it, we water it, there's a little stem, leaves, blooms.
That is
And
really beautiful.
when you think about it, you just close your eyes and imagine that heart beating. No vacations. Doesn't even falter if you're doing yoga. All those organs that are in and they're in a rhythm. I do another natural energy medicine,
Mm-hmm.
and one of the things we do in healing is to help you heal. You do the figure eight. Wherever you're hurting, you do the figure eight. Why the figure eight? They have found out that the rhythm, the system of the body goes kind of in the form of a figure eight, if you can imagine that. So doing that, my body doing that, me outside my body. I mean, a physical my public body is doing that in unison with my inner body. I can go on and on, but it's so important. It is real important stuff.
Yeah, it's really beautiful.
Mm.
Everything that you said, we haven't really had this discussion. I mean, we have a lot of discussions, but to be able to sum it all up and to give your perspective, just an invitation to say, what does yoga mean to you? It's really beautiful. I'm reminded of, one of the 8 limbs of yoga, this sort of roadmap within the Yoga Sutras, this sort of roadmap of, just sort of walking the walk, walking the path of yoga, all of the wisdom that's built into the sutras. Within the 8 limbs, one of the 8 limbs actually addresses this process, Kriya Yoga, which is the way my teachers taught it was refine, reflect, release. So it's
Yeah.
this 3-part, 3-step process that you do every time you step onto the mat or every time you engage with yoga wisdom. You practice. The first step is refine, and that just means that you're practicing every day,
Mm-hmm.
just like Vivian was saying,
Yeah.
that it's something that you return to, no different than many other rituals in our lifestyle. So you refine by practicing, you pause in reflection. You reflect on, how is that feeling in the body? I wonder what that looks like. You're going deeper and understanding it within rather than externally, is
Yeah.
what I think I was hearing you say. So all of this reflection that you're having about your experience on an ongoing basis, then we move to the last step, which is you release that. You don't overanalyze or go too far into trying to understand it with words or with our human mind, because we all go beyond the mind. As again, you were saying,
The spirit.
we have this inner consciousness,
Yes.
our spirit.
Mm-hmm.
Use whatever word, works for you. And you're releasing that out into some other energy, into the mystery.
Yeah.
You release it and then you move on back into this present moment. So I just was, as you were sharing all of your thoughts, I was thinking, wow, this really is that beautiful practice of yoga that I learned from my teachers. That refine, reflect, release. Kriya Yoga, it's a process. Every time we step onto the mat, every time we engage with yoga wisdom, we refine it by engaging with it. We reflect on it by connecting with it at a deeper level and understanding it with objectivity. And then we release it out into whatever mystery is creating this life force energy in the first place. So it's a beautiful conversation.
Yeah.
I love what you said.
I'm so proud of you. Yes.
Well, I'm so proud of you, Vivian.
So it's the obvious. Usually the daughter obeys the mother and learns from the mother, and she did when she was younger. And now, in my older age, as the great spirit said, as you get older, you get more childlike. And so I'm kind of childlike to my daughter.
Well, we're all childlike when we're learning something new, I would say.
Well, no,
Not
I
to
know.
correct your reflection,
Yeah.
but I do appreciate the important principle of yoga is that it involves a heart-to-heart connection with a teacher and a student.
Yeah,
And
right.
that's one of the major principles of yoga. I learned from my teachers. I'm still learning from my teachers. I learned from nature. Nature is an amazing
nature
teacher.
is, yeah.
We're all learning from nature. And now my mom is learning from me what I learned from my teachers. So this is not all Allison's original wisdom. These are beautiful teachings. The Yoga Sutras are beautiful teachings that have been passed down from teacher to teacher. And anytime you have conversations and reflections about it, you're teaching someone else, just like this video.
Right, yeah.
What you are reflecting on, you're teaching someone else.
Yes.
So there you go.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
I love it.
Yeah, you're a good teacher.
All right, well, let's get to the mat. Shall we do our chair yoga practice for the day?
Oh, yes. Oh, what do? We go.
Oh, we go this. You wanted to do this one? Boop, boop.
There we go. I have to learn from my children all the new stuff. It's fun.
I'm so glad you had a chance to meet Vivian up close and personal. Now you're going to see her in real practice, 92 years young. All right, let's do it.
Yes, let's do it. All right.